Alright, quick note about for loops. If you've never done any programming, these can sound and look confusing at first. Once you get the hang of them, they're pretty standard and they should pop up in every programming language of all time. Alright, a for loop is a way to do some set of commands on a bunch of different things. That's really it right there. So let's take a look. I'm in our data folder. Let's just look around. Alright, I'm noticing there's a lot of txt files, little text files in here. Okay. Let's say that I wanted to look at the first row of mom's pi readme.txt. Wow, look at that. That's exciting. Okay. What about mushrooms edited.txt? Head 1, first row of that file. P cornucopia 0. Also very exciting. What if I wanted to do it for all of them? Well, I could do head 1 star.txt. Okay. Let's take a look at our output here. Alright, so starting here, it tells us the name of the file, these weird arrows, and then it gives us the first row from that file. Then there's a space. Tells us the name of the next file, first row, space, next, so on. Okay. What if I want to stick them all together without this stupid space and this weird file name thing? Well, some people might use a for loop here. Okay. And in Bash, it's a bit different than in R. We'll see different ways of doing this, but they're all the same theoretically. I can say for, and then any variable name I want. I'm going to use the variable name I. That could just be var. It could be foo. You'll see that a lot in tutorials. For that, whatever that is. Okay. Just any variable name. I'm going to use I in. Alright, so we got 3 parts already. We're saying this is a for loop. Here's our variable name in some subset of data or files that I'm working with. Star.txt. Alright. I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to show me this little, bring that up, this little arrow here saying it's still waiting for more. I'm going to say do head 1, and this is where it gets weird, $I. Alright, so this is my variable name, I, and this means the value of I. We'll talk about this again in a second. Done. Okay, it gave me the first row of each of those files. If I hit the up key, it puts my entire for loop command in one line. And you'll see that there's our little semicolon. That just means new line, keep waiting for information. For I in star.txt, new command, do head 1 $I, new command, done. Right. That's the basic outline of a for loop. What's actually happening here is that it's going to loop through every possible value of star.txt. The first time through, I is going to equal the first text file that it found. So the first time through this little loop, when it does head 1 $i, that means give me the first line of the current value of I. If I say ll star.txt, we'll see the first value of I that it finds is 2114.txt. Second value is messy CO2 data dictionary.txt. Alright, so it's basically just going to be looping through all these different possible values for I and performing some action or actions on them. Alright, this is a really powerful way of computing here. So I can say for I and star.txt, knowing ahead of time that these are the values that I is going to equal one after another. First time through my little loop, I'm going to put a semicolon here. You can say head1, the value of I, whatever it currently is. First time through it'll be 2114.txt. It'll do some stuff. Second time through it'll be messy CO2 data dictionary.txt, all the way through until it gets all the possible values of I. Head I, word count the number of lines for the current value of I, echo I, done. This is going to do three things for each one of these files here. Okay, it's going to give us the first line, and then the number of lines in that file, and then it's going to echo the current value of I, which should be what? See if you can figure that out. It's just going to be the file name. So let's check it out. Hit enter. Unexpected token head. Oh. I forgot to say do. Okay. Now let's try it. There we go. So we get a bunch of output now. Alright, so here's the command we ran. There's the first line. There is the number of lines in that file, and there's the name of the file, the value of I. Alright. Second time through, first line, number of lines, and the name of the file, or the value of I. It's just going to keep looping through these. You can see it did 2114 first, then it did messy CO2 data dictionary, and it should just be messy CO2 data. Yep, there it is. Alright. So that's a for loop. We'll see a couple ways of writing these. This is how you do it in Bash, and it's probably a little bit easier in R, but I want you to get familiar with the idea of performing some action or series of actions on a bunch of files one at a time, or a bunch of values one at a time. So that's a for loop. We'll talk about it in class, so show up.